Hi, I'm Peter from 27K1 and today I'd like to show you how to import assets. We first of all opened up the application, click on the utilities, import Microsoft 365, import asset and document lists. I'm already signed into SharePoint as a global admin in this case. So we can see the sites on the left hand side. You can filter on the sites if you have many of them. We're going to choose test site because that's where I know the document is. Click on the drives and keep clicking on the drives and drive items until you come to the asset Excel sheet that you wish. So today we'll import some hardware assets. Okay, so we click on hardware assets and we have one sheet available, sheet 1. So we click on sheet 1 and you can see now that we have on the lower side of the screen we have all the column headers that are in the Excel spreadsheet. Select the column header row as you normally would do importing data, and now we can import data to the ISMS. We can import information, intangibles, hardware, software, outsourced services, non-electronic media, and also grouped hardware, grouped software, and a list of documents. The list of documents just includes the title of the document and the hyperlink. Okay, and they all reside on SharePoint. So today we'll import, as an example, assets. Okay, so these are the ISMS fields on the right hand side which are available for importing to. So let's select some fields. We have an asset name already there and that's by default. Let's select, say, quantity, purchase date, and we can move those across, or you can select them individually if you wish. So now let's select asset name from our imported Excel file. Let's do it properly so it moves across. Now we need a quantity field, and we need the relevant field, so we'll keep looking until we see quantity or something like it. Quantity is a numeric field. I just can't seem to find one at the moment. Oh, quantity, I missed it. Would you believe that? Okay, so we move that across there, and then the purchase date is a date, so we can put recorded as long as it's a date time field. Now what happens next is that we check the data. Obviously you'd want to import many more fields than this, but we check the data. The first thing the data check does is tells you the cell range of the Excel sheet that you're importing from. Okay, and the reason it's stopped at B20 is because B21 is a space. There's nothing in that field, so it could be a blank row or the end. Quantity and record created are ticked because they align with the double and the numeric and the time date field in the mapping destination. Okay, if there's an error in here, it will actually tell you the cell where the error is. It could be text, for instance, instead of being a numeric field. So now we've checked the data. We can check this again. Now we need to view the data, and we view the data. It goes to a new page, and we then have all the assets which are selected on the left hand side. So we can now select them for transfer. So for instance, if we want to transfer, let's transfer hard disk store here. We select hard disk store, or you can select the whole lot. Okay, so I'll just show that we select one, hard disk store. Okay, I better unselect first, hard disk store. And then we just simply check the data, and that looks all right to me, so we can transfer. You ask for confirmation, and it's transferred across into the ISMS. You can see a little pop-up comes up there to advise you. So if we go to the asset manager, we go to hardware, and we can see now that the hard disk store is imported. So let's delete it because we don't want it there anyway. Now what will happen if you've imported, I'm going to click the back button first. So if you've imported data successfully, the next time you import the data, it will not show the duplicates. Okay, so this is pretty handy for if you've got an Excel spreadsheet with lots of assets on, and say every few weeks or every few months you want to check any new assets that have been put onto the spreadsheet, and so they'll automatically appear in this area here. Once I've left this page, you can't get back to it. So if I click back, you've gone back to the import screen again. Okay, and that wraps up this particular tutorial. Thank you.